Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Brett with Hooked on Outdoors. As promised, I'm doing a follow-up video where I'm actually at Montauk and I plan to try to catch fish on the 4 different kinds of baits that I talked about in the other video. My wife is with me and she also really enjoys trout fishing. That's why we went trout fishing on our honeymoon. Got me a brand new vest and net since I saw you last, because my old vest was 15 years old. So we are here at the river. Alrighty, so we're here at the current river. We're behind the lodge and I'm using the OG Powerbait starting out. I'm literally just going to cast out in front of him and hope it lands from a fish. Like that. Perfection in every way. Tighten your line and just let her drift with the current. The water is up and murky also. Now you can't spot fish today because the water is really murky, so this is a hope and pray kind of deal. My line's moving, but that's just the current. Don't be a nitwit and set the hook every time you feel a random bump and think you have fish. If you don't get anything, just start reeling it in a little bit. Don't do it too quickly, because sometimes you reel it right in front of a fish's mouth and you'll go nutso. You know what? Can I have your garlic? I'm gonna use a little something with potency, yep. I'm just gonna keep this running until I need my next battery. What you have in your pouch there. Thank you, sweetheart.
You want to just hold on to it for now?
Sure. I'm only gonna catch 1 fish off a Powerbait, so. Bump. This one feels a little more legit. Let's see how this plays out. Well, I think he's still on there. Yep, he's still messing with it. Just waiting for that right time. Oh, I need to tighten my drag. What's the matter? I think I got him though still. He's fighting good. Boy, is he fighting good. I don't know how big he is, but he's fighting pretty solid. Your sweets, I'm gonna try to get him out of your way. I haven't even spotted him yet. There he is. He's an alright fish. He's yeah. I'd say he's 1.5 pounds maybe. Man, he gave a heck of a run though. So like I said, first thing I do, strap him on the stringer. Grab him with my hand around him in the net. Slap that on there. So you see that? First thing I do every time. Put the fish on the stringer. Didn't really swallow it too bad comparative to others. Alright, so there is my Powerbait catch. That is, see, Powerbait makes them bleed like crazy. So I'm keeping this fish. I'm going to clean him and eat him later. But yeah, that's what Powerbait does. Alright, next bait is the old lucky lady worm. So you just feed your worm on the hook like this. I should have done a better job of explaining what I was doing, but But you just keep feeding it until you just cover as much of that as you can. Pull it through. Give it a little tug. Make sure that that back end's covered. Try to straighten her out a little bit better. Alright. Gotta raise my split C's just a little bit. So that's all there is to the worm. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out again like last time. Let that settle to the bottom. And then I'm going to just give it a little, as I tighten my line, give it a pop like that. And then stop. I'm going to reel it, tighten my line again, let it settle. It's drifting right now. Might give it just another little pop. Jess's hands are freezing, she says. And so, that's all you do with the worm. Give it a little jiggle and let her settle back down. And the water's not very clear, but I would demonstrate how it's supposed to look swimming. But, I mean, clarity is really poor. That's a fish there. Come on. Don't give up. Just about. Dang. Okay, he's still hanging on there. Alright. I still need to tighten that drag. That's ridiculous. Wonder how I got so loose. Alright, buddy. And that's the worm. With the power baiting, it's going to look like I'm just catching these back to back. But I'm not going to lie to you. There's a little bit of a gap in between these fish. Come on, quit wiggling. So next, I guess, I'm going to go with spinner. Just because I don't want to take my weights off yet. The first one's a little bigger, the second one's a little fatter. But he's not quite as long. Yeah, here. Just what the doctor ordered. Put that back in there. We don't want to be litter bugs. Alright. Do a little adjustment. Make sure that's alright. And this one you just throw out and reel. I kind of keep my tip down a little bit. Just steady reel. And again, I kind of have to relearn the pace. That's about right there. Alrighty. Yo. Steady reel. Steady goes it. I would have done the jig next, but because that's the order I did them in the video that I talked about them. But you gotta remove all the split shot. And that just seems counterproductive, so. And as murky as this water is, I don't know what in the heck is going on with my splitties here. There you go, folks. Well, I hooked him, I should say. I haven't landed him yet. Don't want to get too cocky, because So that's how you get screwed. Alright, let's see if I can get him in the net. Oh, perfection. Perfecto, amigo. That's a pretty decent fish there. Oh, that's a fatty there. Happy with that fish. Very happy with that fish. So it's this one here. So that's a good sized fish there. That's a nice one. Happy with that fish. Happy with my stringer so far. So that's fish 3 with the spinner. Okay, so my wife and I are here at her favorite fishing hole. Normally the water is not this high and swift, but it's quite swift today. The water is just higher than normal. As you can see, it's rushing pretty good. I'm still working on my final fish, my 4th fish. My dear sweet wife is working on keeping 4 of them. She caught one smaller one. She decided that it was not worthy of keeping, so she released it. I did get it on video, but I snagged and lost my spinner. I decided I'm going to go back to the worm because the jigs, it's just too murky and cloudy for a jig. So I'm going to cheat, and I'm just going to sneak in a video of me catching fish on a jig from last year. So, yep, I'm cheating. There she blows. Stay away from the tree there, buddy boy. So yeah, that's your update. So we're gonna try to land this last fish and then hopefully get Jess her fish as well. So adios. Guess I could try to use that salmon. If I could find that one. Nice and soft, like it's supposed to be. Salmon egg. See how a salmon egg fares. Maybe I'll land me a 4.5 pounder like my brother. The legend of the salmon. This could be a fish, guys. Snagaronius. I haven't decided yet. I think it's a fish. Snags don't swim upstream. Oh yeah, that's fish. And he's fighting good. Of course, that current's helping him. Pulling mine out, that's for sure. Dang, this swift current definitely is helping him. Get him into some calmer waters. Man, he's fighting good. I don't think there are calmer waters. Fish is fighting hard like crazy. I can't believe how hard this guy's fighting. Come here, you. I think he was a 5-pound fish. Whew. That's a good one to end on there. That was barely hooked. Wow, that was barely hooked. Let's get him over here. Barely had this fish hooked. I can't believe it. Dadgum, this thing's big. Quit wiggling now, you're gonna hurt me. He's definitely not a 4-pound fish, but he's no slouch. Oh, mercy. He's definitely a 2-pounder. That's a stud fish there. That's a heck of a fish to end on. I barely had him, her, whatever, hooked on my line. That's a nice fish. Boy, find a 2-pounder in that current is nuts. Well, I'm tagged out, folks. Battery's near death, but yeah, I'm tagged out. I didn't use the jig, and I did catch that last fish on salmon power bait, the same salmon power bait that got Corey his 4-pounder. My wife's going to continue to fish, and we'll see how it plays out. Adios.